Hi everybody, I'm back. Today I want to start, as I have been doing, and you've probably picked up by now, that I love my cosmic mother Nephthys. This is the awakening, the re-emergence of the divine feminine in the consciousness of humanity, balancing energies within each of us, masculine and feminine energies, so that we're better able to receive energies of higher spiritual knowledge and awareness. You can see my altar here. Again, on altars there should be all elements: earth, water, fire, and air. You can also see that I have crystals. We're going to light a candle to her today. You can also see, I hope, that there's an 11 here. Those of us who know ourselves to be from Sirius B incarnated here, the Sirian star seeds, indigo children, indigo type 3 is what I am. We see these number sequences of 11 quite a lot. It could be on clocks, microwaves, car tags, home addresses, grocery store lines, prices. You go out to eat, you buy a meal, you look down and you paid $11.11 for it. Very much information is available to us online about that. Please look into that. Perhaps you wake up in the morning and you see 333 on the clock. You see that repeatedly and you begin to wonder, what is that all about? Well, these are ways of getting in contact with the world of spirit. You're being communicated to that you're on the right track, to watch your thoughts in that moment and to readjust and realign and self-correct. So, we are serious about what's going on here. Today, we will be talking about the solar plexus chakra. And what I hope is that you will see a demonstration of that right before your very eyes. The solar plexus is about personal power, respecting yourself, and taking back your power. Okay? As we have been doing, I have been introducing some of the literature that I've invested in and used to grow in spiritual consciousness and awareness. Today I want to share these 34 books. This lady, Dr. Terry Nelson. I was so fortunate to be able to attend the Now Valley Conference at Morehouse College a few years back. All the black scholars from all over the world, and even some white ones were there, remembering and honoring our ancestors and the knowledge that we brought to this planet and that we use to grow our spiritual awareness. Building the lighted temple. Dr. Terry Nelson. She even has a school. One of my Facebook friends was in that school, and you could clearly see that she was on a path to higher spiritual awareness. I won't reveal her name here. The next book I want to share, Muwata Ashby. So important for me back in the day when I was coming into consciousness. His book's about Egyptian yoga. Many of us know that the land of the black is called Kemet. But as time went on, things were changed, but the knowledge was still held. This book is all about Kundalini energy, serpent power. The second one that I bought is called Serpent Power. Here it is. Very important resource, very informative. If you are a student of metaphysics and spirituality, this is a great resource. And the last one of his that I bought and studied and tried to apply is this one. African religion, Asarian theology. If you'll notice, my name is Kabir Amin Ra Anpu Asar Set Harakti. There was a time when I added Asar, right after I realized who my cosmic mother was, Nephthys, who helped put Osiris' pieces back together for her twin sister whom she loved. So, that's a great book. Again, I want to remind you of my book, There Is No HIV, The Rainbow Warrior, Exposing the Truth About HIV Antibody Testing and the Metaphysics of Self-Healing Through Chakra and Kundalini Awareness. Excellent book. A book of bibliography, scholarship, and personal direct lived experience. I rarely meet people who can debate me, who can win a debate about HIV, because I'm the living proof of everything that I teach. I want to also mention that I Do not place me on anybody's pedestal. I'm not here in front of you pretending that I'm some sort of a saint who doesn't have human issues and problems. In my book, online, I have posted about going into those dark areas of myself and in addiction, and always in process of transcending that. Again, today, we're going to be talking about the solar plexus chakra on the body chart. We have been exploring the root, which is our connection to our tribe. It signals our arrival into the physical vessel. We talked about that principle, all is one. And then at the sacral plexus chakra on yesterday, we talked about the sexual chakra and all the misinformation and disinformation that we have been imposed upon with. We've been deceived by, which is an imposition, not only on our physical energetic body, but on the emerging and rising Kundalini energy. We are beginning to think critically rather than just relying on others to tell us. We're looking into things deeply for ourselves, and we are truly growing in awareness as we apply these things to our own life. Now, I want to talk a little bit about emotions and anger. Many people will say, oh, he's just an angry black man. She's an angry black woman. Well, when the truth is, we have a reason to be angry. But what we can do is turn that rage into radiance by appropriately expressing anger, taking action to change things that we can readily identify are wrong. You know, I've raised the issue that HIV antibody testing is modern day lynching. It's a tactic for modern day lynching. I've used this picture, which might be offensive to some people, but to me, it tells how I feel, how I live. This man has been lynched. His pants are down around his ankles. His penis has been severed. While I'm still alive, the threat of imprisonment from having sex with someone without having informed them of this bogus disease, even though I know the truth that it's all a lie. I want them to really see the impact of this. This is a trauma that is ongoing. So we need to work on changing the laws. Many people are sitting in prison, mostly black men. And even they aren't aware that HIV is bogus. But because they didn't tell the person that they had sex with, this witch hunt that everybody has been on has landed them in prison. You may also recall that I work for OMSJ, the Office of Medical and Scientific Justice. Dr. Banks was a member of that team. Many of the science and experts will go into court, and to date, 53 people have been released from prison. Now, most of those were military people. They were white men. I was a little upset that we didn't do more work to free the mostly black men who are sitting in prison. So I post about that. I attended court there in Clayton County. It had gotten so much play in the media, on the news, but they lost the case. And as a result of several factors, OMSJ folded. They went bankrupt. This is a problem. We cannot fight back the powers that be because they have more money than us. They control the media. But we have to do everything we can from the sidelines to ensure that our voices are heard. That's why I love Bobby Hemmett, Jewel Pookrum, Phil Valentine, Dr. Layla Africa, Scott Whitaker, Jehuti Mayatra, myself, Kidi Awadu, who has that daily Living in Black radio program. He is on there every day, even on the weekends, interviewing people. He is the world's leading HIV dissent activist interviewers. He gives us a place to come and have a voice. I want to thank him so much for that. All the work that he had done before this radio show shows that he was already conscious and aware of this bogus HIV situation. Please take a look at my interviews, where I've been interviewed by him on LRB radio on 2 occasions. Thank you, Kidi Awadu. Okay, what's next? Again, we're looking into the solar plexus chakra today. It is the center of our personal power. We had been raised through religion mainly to think that turning the other cheek is a way to demonstrate godlike behavior, but through an understanding of the Kemetic mythology and the archetypes of consciousness, those archetypes like Set, Sekhmet, Nephthys, my cosmic mother, which incidentally, by the way, helped me understand my own personality, why I have that fire. Fire is the element of the solar plexus chakra, that internal fire that gives you the courage to stand up for yourself when you are being violated. A lot of people get in relationships and marriages, they have children they love, and they end up taking all manner of passive and aggressive abuse to the point where, again, the body does not lie. Illnesses manifest, many type illnesses. We want to talk about some of those today, like stomach ulcers, intestinal tumors, diabetes, where the sweetness of life is no more. That's the consciousness that goes along with that. Pancreatitis, indigestion, anorexia and bulimia, hepatitis, cirrhosis, adrenal imbalances, arthritis, colon diseases. These are illnesses that manifest when we have self-esteem issues, with fear being rejected. We're oversensitive to criticism, our self-image, fears of our secrets being found out, and indecisiveness. We know that teeth represent decisions. When we have a hard time making decisions, we're wishy-washy in our decision-making, we'll tend to have teeth problems, gum problems, tongue problems, inner cheek problems, all because of imbalances in the chakra. So what we want to learn to do is take back our power, turn rage into radiance by growing our awareness and our consciousness and realizing the beauty in the universal design. While some of the story is tragic, it's sad, growing in awareness allows you to use the information that you're learning to begin to change your own behavior and in fact change the world as a demonstration of that. I love that I'm now surrounding myself, drawing into my life people who are at the level of awareness that I aspire. We're not saints. We're not trying to be saints. We don't want to be put on any pedestal so that you can be pulled down. That is not why we're here. And it takes courage to stand up and say or speak your own truth. And that is what we do in the solar plexus chakra. Okay? Again, take a look at my book. There's a section on the website called the Rainbow Warrior Companion. In it, it's divided into articles and organizations as well as videos of people all around the world, scientists of all races from all around the world. And with the Bogus HIV situation, Crystal Myers, a German microbiologist, has pinpointed that black people tend to test positive for HIV because of what exists in their immune system. Now, the real truth that we need to get down to the nitty-gritty of this is melanin. We've already mentioned that the elite are imposing on our consciousness, sublimating our Kundalini energies, and that bogus HIV, along with many other spokes in the wheel of destruction, like genocide, eugenics, organ harvesting, profiting off the death of people, the suffering of people, not telling the whole truth, marketing things in such a way as to disguise murder as philanthropy. Critical thinking, and if you're living through this process, I want to give honor to you, to those of you who are slain and dead and are now in the realm of spirit. We honor your life. We honor your living. And people like me are out here to raise awareness. Not only because, you know, I'm just 53 years old. I have much more life to live. I grieve for the people sitting in prison. I grieve for those who have this diagnosis, who contact me because they realize that those drugs are harming them, because they're blocking the synthesis of their DNA, debilitating them and killing them. Their, neuromuscular system is being damaged. This is something that can be stopped with awareness. And that's what I'm all about. I hope that you'll join me in that. Thank you for viewing these presentations on YouTube. Again, I am uploading them onto YouTube to be viewed forever. And so all of my fears that I had about that, I'm anticipating will help me turn rage into radiance. Okay? Thank you so much. Continue to have a great weekend. And I'll see you here next time on tomorrow, where we will explore the heart chakra. We've been exploring the embodiment of the lower chakra as well. Through the heart of unconditional love, we're rising to the higher centers of awareness, illumination, divine voice, intuition, and the 1,000-petal lotus at the crown chakra, where we're blossoming to fully conscious beings. Okay? Thank you for being here today. We'll see you again on tomorrow. Goodbye.